Alrighty, folks. You guys know what today is, right? Everyone knows what today is? Everyone showed up for cosplay day, right? Y'all know we're doing the Monster Hunter challenge, so I figured what better costume to wear than good old Geralt of Rivia. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Voodoo Val, and I'm going to be your instructor this morning for the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. I hope everyone can see me. I hope everyone can hear me loud and clear, and there are no issues. We have been doing a Monster Hunter themed challenge for the past 2 weeks. Toss a coin to your Witcher, Shauna. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you all brought some gold because I'm not doing this for free. Anyway, I kid. You know I would do this for free. So we've been doing Monster Hunter themed challenges for the last 2 weeks, and as you folks know, the last day of my challenges are always cosplay day, and I try to find a cosplay that is either related or unrelated but hilarious, and so I figured that this was super related. I got my silky locks prepared for today, and I am ready to jump in to our challenge. It's Storm. You know what? I got this wig because I was like, you know, I could be Geralt, I could be Storm from the X-Men, I could be Inuyasha and Sesshomaru because I'm weird, and I could also be Prince Lotor from Voltron, I could also be Sephiroth from, you know, I could do a lot of stuff with this, so, you know, it's Bill from Kill Bill. No. Okay, so let's jump into basically how you folks can get involved with me today, because we have a really large challenge to do today. No joke. So I've got Monster Hunter hair in my mouth. Not good. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the landing page. If you guys head over to behance.net/challenge/Photoshop, it will bring you to this page. I'm going to fix my strange webcam little glitch right here because we don't want that. And you will know that you're in the right place if you're at the October 26th through November 6th area here, because that is the time frame. I can't believe it's already the 6th. I'm going to miss you guys. I'm not going to be here every morning anymore. Until next time. You guys can scroll down here and see all of the challenges that we have done. We've done an inspiration board. We've designed a logo. We've aged some photos, which was really fun. We created a business card. We did an advertisement mock-up. We created some really spooky, terrifying shadows. We also did an information card design, which was actually a bestiary page for werewolves, which is, I'm late again, why am I like this? It's okay, Christina, it's all right, it's fine. Val bringing back the 80 shoulder pads. You know how I do. You know how I do. You know. We also did filter and effects yesterday to create kind of like a stone of power, which you guys killed it. It is so cool. And today we're doing an animated poster because we've done a like a wanted poster before, and we've done animation, but what we haven't done is a wanted poster that's animated in the style of like a Prisoner of Azkaban, Sirius Black vibe, right? So that's what we're doing today. We're going to make a wanted poster, except that our wanted human shaped werewolf man is going to be like screaming and raging in the picture of our wanted poster. So I thought that would be super cool and an awesome thing to end our Monster Hunter challenge on. And so I am going to jump into it right after I check out the Discord. So if you'd like to jump in the Discord and see what everyone's posting and share your work, you can do that with bit.ly/psdiscord. And when you get in there, it's gonna look a little bit like this. Let me jump over here real quick. Ta-da! So this is our current challenge channel. You can see I'm in the current challenge. Boom, ooh, 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 there we go, right there. Current challenge. And I can scroll through here and kind of look at what everyone posted. We got this dragon crystal egg from Rosario, which was awesome. This is our little item of power here, which was really cool. We got the business cards coming in from Kazrov. Dorina killing it with these aged photos. This is just so cool. These look great. This ancient finding stone from Ron, who I don't know how you guessed we were doing animation today, but this is awesome. So we got the ancient finding stone from Ron. We got this terrifying, werewolf in the dark here from Kay. We've got this is cool. I really like these colors that you've used. This is Charlie C. That's like a really nice aesthetic you got going on with this one. This is really cool. Love the stone. We got another like a changeling page, because remember we did like an information card, but I designed a bestiary page. So we've been getting some bestiary pages for werewolves, for content of werewolves. We've been getting magical made up monsters that people have been inventing, and it's been fun. Let's see, we got this. DZ is killing it here with these effects. This is really cool. This is awesome. But yeah, we've got a bunch of. There's another stone of strength. I'm loving it. We've got Shania with the composite here. Nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. Everyone has been posting so many cool, amazing things. Look at this. This is from H. Johnny. Look at this. Like the reflection in here. He's like kind of created this skull of power. This is amazing. You guys are doing such a good job. Let me scroll through. We got another My Precious. That from Bruna Silva Designs. More business cards from Dorina. A magic stone from Alexander. I don't know what this is, but I love it. I think this is Zabumafu playing a trumpet. I think the Lemur of Light, she'll save us all. Thank you, Lemur of Light, for dedicating your life to humanity and not the lemurs for some reason. But Sean, this makes my morning. I want to print this out and just have it. Well done. We've got, let's see, filters and effects, a magical spider web. I would never have thought to create that, but that's really cool, Nicole. Very well done. We got a ghouls page from Mr. SB. Very cool. Stones of Fire. I like this texture in the back here. We got the Leslie's original glass here. It looks like just like a kind of a glass of magical potion. Magical iced potion, which I'm loving. We got this key coming in from, who is this? PJ's photo. This key coming in. I don't know what it's a key to. Maybe it's a key to everything. I don't know. But very, very cool stuff. We got a zombie page from Diagonal Lee. Everyone has been doing such a radical job with these challenges. I'm just kind of scrolling through because I want everyone's work to be able to be shown, or as much work as we can show. We got so many cool composites and things in here, and I think even one of the things I wanted to really show is, I always say you don't have to do the scary challenges. You can interpret these challenges however you like. Daxa over here is like showing this magical stone of power and then use the pixel sorting to make it look like this monster is being destroyed and like blown back into the ether, which is amazing. And there's the stone right there. But I know that we got like a Magdiel Lopez sort of entry in with all of these. This Lunaris stone is so cool from Hat. Very neat. Yeah, we got this from Frank. This is like a cool pixel sorting poster after the pixel sorting stuff we did yesterday. And then we also got, there's a nice Eye of Fenrir from Key. And Ferry did this, like, I looked at this and I was like, this is so cool. So totally did his own style, his own thing, and it looks amazing. So well done, everyone. There's a Stone of Peace. We'll end with the Stone of Peace from Jay Lewis. Well done, everybody who's been posting their work in the Discord. I cannot wait to see what you do for today, but we really need to jump into the challenge because we are running out of time. So I'm going to open up my starter file, which looks a little something like this. If you would like to get the starter file for yourself, all you have to do is hit get started on the animated poster challenge right there, and you will be able to download this. So I have created a wanted poster, just kind of like a strange mock-up wanted poster. And I have done some things ahead of time today to kind of Martha Stewart you folks, because this is a jam-packed challenge. It's not necessarily super, super intricate, but it takes a lot of time. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to hide my wanted poster because we're going to take a look at the photo that I have for today. So I went to Adobe Stock. I'm going to grab this Adobe Stock code and post it in the chat so you folks can go give some love to the original creator for this. I looked up angry on the Adobe Stock free section, and I found this picture of some angry folks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this guy right out of this photo and just Command J or Control J, and I'm going to snag him. And I'm gonna turn it this way, and I'm gonna grab him because he's gonna be our human-shaped werewolf for this Prisoner of Azkaban angry thing here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is first I'm going to use Puppet Warp, and I'm gonna pull his arms down, and I am gonna cut like portions of him away because we're not gonna show all of him. So I'm gonna cut this out. I am gonna cut, you know, straight across right here. I'm just gonna cut those things out. And then the last thing I'm gonna do before we kind of jump into this is, let's see, I'm gonna cut this out because the borders of the page that I'm gonna put him in are not gonna show his arms fully. But I do want to also grab my object selection tool real quick, and I'm just gonna drag around this portion that I know that I want, and I'd like to select him and kind of pull him out of the white background. I'm gonna grab my lasso tool, and I'm gonna come around the edge here and just select this. I'm using a mouse. I'm gonna kind of switch to my stylus because that's what I'm more comfortable with. So I'm gonna select these kind of things and get them out of there, and Control or Command J one last time. So I just have him, and he looks very, very angry. He looks very, very mad. And now what I'm gonna do is jump into some Puppet Warp because I'm gonna pull his arms down. So I am going to hold Control and click the icon for that layer just to select everything around on that layer. I am going to come up to Edit, Puppet Warp. I'm going to turn the density to more points. I'm going to add some points, and please forgive me. I'm pulling his arms down and I'm pulling his arms down, and most of what's around the edges is not going to show. I just don't want his arms to be up in the air for the crop I'm going to put him in, but this is going to be terrifying. This is going to be weird. So just bear with me here while I start to bend him around. I just want his arms down by his sides, okay? I just want him down, and we're going to crop it out so you're not going to see the weird nubs. They're not going to be visible, okay? I mean, and if you want to, you can have a little bit of fun with it while you're at it, but we won't do any of that. Okay. I'm gonna hit enter just so that I have him here, and then please just bear with me. I'm gonna grab underneath here. I'm gonna make a rounded rectangle. I'm gonna drag that out to about here. I'm gonna change the fill color to like a light gray. I'm gonna turn the stroke off, and then I'm going to put him on a clipping mask, and we're not gonna look at what was happening, okay? I like to use the Puppet Warp tool just to like pose things, especially if I'm gonna put it in a crop, because what's underneath it doesn't really matter and it's very convenient. But it is nightmare fuel. Jordan's dying. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have our crop, and now what I'm gonna do is, you know, we've been jumping into neural filters, but we haven't gotten into like everything with the neural filters. So this is where the Martha Stewart-ness comes in. I'm gonna show you how I created a bunch of frames, okay? And then I am going to Martha Stewart you with all the frames being created because it takes a very long time to do this. So what I have done is I'm gonna kind of make a smart object out of these two things. So I have my my rectangle and my image of him here. And what I have been doing is going to filter, neural filters. I'm gonna drag him over here. And I'm gonna go into the Smart Portrait Beta. Now this is kind of intensive. And so you may have some hiccups, some slight hiccups. What I suggest doing is, if you're going to come in here and change someone's face totally with these filters, that after every time you make a new layer and create something that you like, save your file. Okay, so what what I did was I just changed his head direction, but you could come in here and you could change the hair thickness. You could change him to like really old if you want, and it's gonna load a little bit, but you could change him to old. You could also change his head direction. Let's crank his head direction down this way, and we'll give it just a little bit of time to think. But what I have been doing is change. There we go. So now he's old and his head is changed this way. So what I have been doing is, by 10 points, I have just been turning it, you know, -50, -40, -30, -20, -10, -0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I have this range of motion for his face, and I saved a screenshot of all of that. So you can come in here and mess with this. You can change the age, you can change the head direction, and all these things. And I'm going to show you what I came up with, all of the different frames that I did. Okay. So you can also do, you can output to smart filter, you can output to new layer. I say output to new layer. That's what I've been doing. So I just, you know, hit OK, and then it gives me a layer. If I hide this, it just gives me like a facial reconstruction layer of just his face. And what I did for all of my layers that I created is, after I got this new layer of like the reconstructed face, is I just duplicated my base layer, and then I converted them to a smart object. So then when I unhide this, it still has the underneath background. And I did that for all of the face views. So these are the face views that I created right here. I did not keep his face, or like I did not age his face. I just did the head turn so that it's just him like screaming from left to right. And what I did was I did layer 1 through 12, and then I duplicated them and stacked them on top of each other in reverse. So we go from this side, and he's screaming, 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 and then I duplicated all of those layers, and then basically reordered them in reverse so that he would go back the other way. So I did not have to make brand new layers. So it's the same layers from one side to the other side and back again. Okay, and then what I did is I created an animation. So the easy way to create an animation, what I'm going to do is I am going to let's see if I can I just remove, yeah, I don't know if this is going to remove all of my my layers. I've never actually done it this way before, but we are going to try it. Nope. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new animation. So let's see, how can, oh, delete frames, boom. Yes, delete the frames. And I still have all my layers. So what I'm going to do is, if you don't have your timeline panel up, simply go to Window, and then scroll down until you find Timeline, and it will open up. I like to keep my timeline down at the bottom so I can see everything. And what I did was I made sure that the only thing in my file was just all of these strange facial layers that I made. And I'm going to click this little hamburger menu and say make frames from layers, like so. Okay, and then when I hit play, again, this is going to be a slight nightmare, but it's fun, so I'm doing it. Ah! He's so angry. He's so angry. So we took one flat static image and we made this guy that's looking left to right and just angry, just very, very mad. And then and then what I did was I was like, okay, so this animation is all right. It's got some issues that I could go in and tweak the details of those layers that I made. But the next thing that I did was I wanted to put it in a frame. So what I did here I'm going to open up over here. I'm Martha Stewarding you guys. I hope you don't mind because the neural filters do take a very long time to compute and to, you know, to figure out. And I wanted to do all of this stuff today, but I knew that we would not have time in 30 minutes to do it. So what I have done is I created with my file, with my starter file, you remember we had, if I unhide all of this stuff, I had our wanted poster and I had our information before I made our strange screaming old man. And so what I did was I just reoriented my text and things the way that I wanted, like we've been doing in the challenges. And I used my my favorite font, the Mason Serif OT that I got from Adobe Fonts. And I just said wanted, content-aware wolves on the loose. And I threw some lorem ipsum in there. And what I did was I took this poster and I put it in between every single like frame of his face that I made. So for example, I will do an example because I don't want to leave you hanging with this. I'm going to actually merge I'm going to group all this and then I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to convert it to Smart Object. So what I did was I grabbed all my layers, like here's all the layers that I have, I drug them into my starter file, and I put them here. Now what I did do is I arranged everything in my starter file around the shape of the wanted poster portion here, obviously. And you can do that actually very easily if you've created a smart object just by right-clicking and converting to layers. And then what I can do is I can come in here and I can hide this. I can drag my wanted up above here just so that everything is you know, consistent, and then I can add my content-aware wolves and all that jazz right here. So I can actually, I'm gonna add that. In fact, let me make a new layer above here, content-aware wolves, and I'm going to make this black, or it is black already, but it is not showing up, and I'm not sure why that is. However, that's it. It's fine because I already have some text here, so I can, if I wanted to, I can just grab this. I'll make this a little larger. In fact, with Control T, I'm just gonna size it up, which normally that's not how you would want to do things, because you would want to make sure you keep track of the points, but I've got like my, you know, my subtitle and some text and all that good stuff. So let's convert this back to a smart object. I'll check how I'm doing on time here. Got a few minutes left. We're good. So now I have this like single file that is just the background of the wanted poster, and I'm going to move my panel up here so you can see. So what I did was I knew that I had X amount of layers. I had 21 layers. So I duplicated this that many times, and then what I did was I'm just going to do a small version of it, is I selected everything, all of those, except for the one that I need to leave on the bottom, and I drug it in between here. And then I held Control and clicked this one because I'm going to leave that behind, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge each frame with a background of the wanted poster, right? And then I drug these up, and then hold Control, leave that one behind, and then bring these up. Hold Control, leave that one behind, and then bring these up until I have my wanted poster design kind of stacked in between each individual frame, and then I just merged a frame of his face with a wanted poster all the way down until I had, here we go, I have all of my layers. As you can see, it's a picture of him on the wanted poster that I made. And then I did the same thing. I hit my hamburger menu and I said create a layer, or create frames from layers. And then I can hit play. And one thing that you'll want to make sure that you do is when you do the layer creation into frames, make sure you don't have any layers at all that still have like the information or any of that stuff, because it's going to add that layer as a frame. You want to make sure that the only thing you have in your layers are frames you want to be a part of your animation. So then when I hit play, I have a wanted poster where a man is screaming from left to right because he knows that he's being hunted by the monster hunters. So that is how I did this. And I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I hope that it wasn't too bad that I did kind of, like I said, Martha Stewart you guys, and like, so this is what I'm gonna do, but here's the finished cake, haha! Because it does take a long time, and I wanted to make sure that you guys got to see me kind of go into the neural filters and mess about, and also see the finished, kind of animation here without having to watch me make each individual frame. So I have had a blast these past 2 weeks. I hope that you have too. I hope that you folks appreciate Cosplay Day, because I have a lot of fun doing this. You are all wonderful. You guys are all have just been really, really fabulous in the Discord. I'm so proud of all of you, especially you folks who showed up and said, I've never done one of these challenges before, and I'm here just to see what it's all about. Thank you so much, all of you newcomers and seasoned creative challengers, for joining me. You are all wonderful, and I will see you next week, actually. So adios, everyone. Happy designing, and don't forget to toss a coin to your Witcher.